What does Burgundian mean?
I think in American transliteration, we're really reflecting on the fact that what we get when we taste Pinot Noir and Chardonnay from the region of Burgundy is less about fruit and more about minerals and earth. And in California, even in Oregon, with the increasing heat we see up there, the opportunity to make sort of intensive fruit-forward wines is certainly common. And so people like myself who harvest at very moderate sugars with higher acids and lower pHs often get typed into the idea of being Burgundian. And that's okay. That's okay with me. You know, I spent 2 years making wine for Jacques Sess and Domaine Dujac, and those were the benchmark wines for me. You know, the ever-escalating alcohols that we see in American wines are more about sort of New World thinking and the American palate, which is a palate that's built on sugar. I mean, I always sort of compare the European palate, the American palate, as a palate, you know, built on ketchup versus mustard or vinegar. And because of the sugar and the sweetness that we like, we see elevated alcohols, which give the perception of sweetness. So, you know, there's no sort of mystery to the fact that so many American Pinot Noirs are 15–16% alcohol and get a tremendous amount of press, because it not only fits the profile of some of our most respected wine critics, but it also fits the American palate. And so for a producer who's producing wines that are more driven by acid and moderate alcohols and spices, they often get, you know, put off into that category as Burgundian. What does it mean? Well, it doesn't really mean much other than, you know, somebody who comes from that region. We like to sort of try to compare that, and it's hard to sort of make those descriptions, I think. I think that's the challenge. And even wine critics, some of the most respected wine critics, like Alan Meadows at Burgundian, will say, you know, tasting Arcadian, it will require a very experienced taster to not confuse these wines as being Burgundian. That just means that we make wines that are more elegant, more balanced, typically higher in acidity, lower in pH, and probably better suited to the table than the more common American wine that's very much fruit forward and low pH, or low acid, high pH, and high alcohol.